welcome back, guys. So whilst I am still waiting for welding gas, it's been close to a week now. I got access to some more waste oil. Had to go pick it up in little plastic tubs because that's what I got. And to be honest with you, standing at my steel drums sucks, tipping oil into them. So I got one of these. It's actually got like a tube that comes out the bottom and like a little spout. So this is like a hand pumped. I think it's called a variable vane pump. This was a handle that got boring very fast. So I then simply got a nut. Can't get this nut off. Where's a beating stick? So you can actually see what I'm doing. Where's the little pumpy thingy? That's that broken probably. End of the video, guys. Dumbass dropped a pump. Nah. Fortunately, it's a little bit tougher than you think. So yeah, hand cranking it got old, so I quickly drilled out a 20mm nut and added a little grub screw to pick up on the little notch in the pump. To be honest with you, that kind of got old because you had to stand there and hold the trigger. So what I've got, what I'm thinking, because I was looking at taking this apart. So we got that. That's a ready-made pump, all sorted. Good. That bit's done. I got I think this is a £1,500, not kilo, ATV winch. I've already started taking it apart. But my camera wasn't switched on because I'm a numbnut. So this is the winch. It's got, I can see a planetary gearbox in there. So we've got a planetary gearbox in there. So we've got a ready-made power unit, a ready-made pump. All we've got to do is join them together. So let's work that one out. Try and salvage as much from this as we can. So we've even got a ready-made bracket. Hey, this is going to be easy. That would be convenient, wouldn't it? That actually might be convenient. Right. So remarkably, that is, you know, not too bad of a fit. And then we've got the winch motor. I wonder how many RPM this is. So, and if I machine that down, those locating holes wind up about there. And the centre is only slightly off. So can we, yep, there we go. I wonder how that's fitted on there. Really? Okay. It's getting potentially, oops, easier by the minute. Doubt if I'm ever going to put it back together now, so. I don't think I'm quite up for cutting splines into this, to be fair. But how much stick out is there on this? You see that? Yep. So you've got about a centimetre. So yeah, let's paint a thing. Yeah, let's paint it. Yes. And we're gonna stick it together with the paint. Woohoo! One spring does plenty. Whoa, that stinks. It smells like ass. Quite just waste oil, so, but it still smells. So what we've got to consider here. Ooh, it's a close fit. Has to go through without the seals, so that's alright, it will go. So I have to install the seals on it and then pop it all together. Right. Now I would say we can lose at least the length of this little gear. Why am I singing Inspector Gadget? I always thought as a kid that Inspector Gadget was basically a combination of oh, what's his name? Blokey from the Pink Panther. Clouseau? No. What is his name? Yeah, Clouseau. Chief Inspector Clouseau. Yeah, Inspector Gadget was an idiot like Clouseau and kitted out with all the latest toys like James Bond. Well, am I the only idiot that thought that? Well, to be honest with you, I should have kept that bit on there and I could have turned it down and poked it through here and tack welded it. I guess I wasn't thinking. So. I suppose I can still weld that on. It'll be alright. It'll be okay. So what I want to do is just going to stick this in the lathe. Didn't have a very good grip on that. A few moments later. Ta-da! Problem is, I have no bloody gas. I resorted to those really crappy, tiny bottles. Still don't really see me. like what I used to make my little tiny waste oil burners out of. I've welded that little gear to the, I guess you'd call it the vanes body, the main body of the pump. Had to take a little bit of care whilst quickly grinding down this weld because the oil seal for the pump itself overlaps the welded area. So I've got to get it level and even. Couldn't get this working last night. I couldn't make a vacuum. So I used a bit of instant gasket stuff, and it makes a vacuum. So that's good. But the camera had run out of battery last night, so I didn't get a chance to film it. So I know it's making a vacuum. What I want to do now is mount the original winch motor to this. I did look for a pump I could like buy off the shelf for transferring waste oil, but they were surprisingly expensive, like a few £100. Well, granted this is 12 volt, we're going to be 12 volt by the time I'm done. I don't really mind that because I can use it when I'm out collecting the stuff. I think that worked out pretty much bang on. I'm not sure if there's any movement at all though. Oh yeah, it's not being pinched overly tight. Right, what I need is to work out exactly where those two bolt locations are. So what I'm using here, what I'm talking to, is a Sony CX405, and this is a Sony, can't remember, I think it's like a 3.5 something. Oh yeah, here we go, SR35, so this is an older one. It does alright. They're definitely both more reliable than my phone's been being. That sounds wonderful. I really need to get my Union tool and cutter grinder sorted, because alright, it'd be overkill for sharpening drill bits, but you know, sharpening up milling cutters and lathe tools and that, I could get really good grinds on them instead of bloody pissing around. Well, I don't sharpen milling cutters with a grinder, but single cutting points and that, you know. But you can get such lovely grinds with a tool and cutter grinder. I'm going to have to get mine up and running. Rough, but hey. It's got to be it. Oh, fuck off. What's... Oh. Set around the wrong side. Twit. Right, let's take this down and give it a go. Here it is. All I've done is screw the original tubes in. They do leak a tiny bit. I'm going to have to PTFE them, but I thought if I want to empty like transfer from my barrels out, then I could use the original setup and just have it motorised. So I have just run a test and it works. Let's see if I can put you somewhere. Sorry about the sort of crap light. Oh look, I can just about get everything in shot. So what I'm going to do is just open up another drum and pop the hose in. Where's the end of this? So, hose is in. At the moment I'm running off of a little battery I've got kicking about. I don't know if you can see that because I can't get the angle. Still got to talk. Yep. So pumping it pretty swiftly. Basically just pulling through the last little dribble. I think it's pulling mainly air. That's that one done. So right, that's the changeover. Will do. I'm gonna have to like put some kind of switch so it's a bit easier. Oops. Oh, fuck it. That's another one done. Pretty quick. And you don't have to stand there cranking it. So, success. Very simple, very cheap. Done. I wasn't sure on whether to make a video on this or not. I mainly did it because I wanted to try out my new camera and see how it come out. That was like 90% of my reasoning for actually going through with this, once I realised just how simple it was going to be to make this pump. It was very simple, really. The only work I had to do was just weld on that gear and then cut the bracket up a tiny bit and draw 2 holes in it. It was just such a simple solution, and ultimately, why make more work for yourself by building something from scratch when you can just modify this in 5 minutes? Alright. And that's that. Full. Didn't take long. These 3 are now full. So quick final rundown on this. I'm going to give it a day to let the bit of oil dribble out. It needs sealing better. Factory seals weren't that great. These tubes need PTFE wrapped around them before they go in, because they are allowing a small leak. And I need to put some ball lock valves at the end of each of these tubes, especially if I intend to transport this thing in my car, because I don't want it just filling up with the oil that stays in the line. So I've popped the lines so they can just run out into a couple of the empty drums for now. Yeah, so incredibly cheap, simple and easy. Hardly anything was needed to be done to make this work, and it works really well. So yeah, if you enjoyed this, gave you some ideas, please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Take it easy.